Welcome to another daily market recap. And today, we're gonna have to talk a little bit. So this cool. Shut up, computer. Let me mute this. The whole purpose of my YouTube channel is just kind of to basically hold me more accountable in doing kind of the same mistakes I've been doing since I've started trading. And a lot of that is just, it's the same mistakes every trader feels. Like, you see something, you're like, all right, this is a good entry, but you hesitate and then it shoots up and then you get up way too high and get flushed down. And the purpose of my channel is to help me kind of talk to myself and feel, trying to take some of the more, how do I word this? Just almost put more pressure on myself to stop making stupid decisions. And sometimes that bites me in the bum, because it is a little bit hard to try and just talk to a computer and be like, yeah, I did this today. This was my stupid mistake. And then you have some no-name bozos in the comments, or no profile picture bozos be like, yeah, bro, you can't beat the market, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. It's my money. I have my own choice to do what I want to do with it. So, that is what it is. People thinking their opinions are relevant when they're not. So yeah, today we're gonna jump over to my screen share, and almost at my max loss, $92.78 in the red. And I realize I didn't go full screen for the first session of talking, but that's okay. So I think a lot of it, ZNB, that stock frustrates me because I was green on it, and I felt like I should have been more green, because at the beginning of my trades, we'll go over and look at it on the 10-second chart. Oh, what time was this? About 7:15. So I had I bought for the break through this top here, the break through the high, which was a good trade, and I got some profit on it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna add at 3. So I scaled out here, and I was selling a quarter of only 75 shares, so not that much. I was like, all right, I bought for the break of 3, and I flushed down, and I basically got out break even though I had an entry that was 50 cents a share. So frustrating. And then I kind of traded it through this range and didn't really make much. And then, where did I lose the biggest? Yeah, so up at 752. Oh, classic. Classic. I had an entry. Yeah, this was, I put too much emphasis sometimes, well, a lot of the time, on the half and whole dollar. I think it's more resistance than it actually is, or more support than it actually is. So I think that's a big flaw in my trading, is just being not good enough at reading the level 2 yet on being able to determine whether something's going to bounce. So I got caught in this flush down here was hoping to get in at 850 for maybe the bounce back up after this massive rally. I mean, it went from $3 to 9 in 10 minutes. Like, so I felt FOMO, and I rushed a trade. Well, I didn't rush a trade. I was hesitant on a trade. Like, this breakthrough, this tie was here was a good trade. Same thing here was a good trade. And I wanted this micro pullback, but I was nervous. So yeah, yeah, it just was not good. And now that I think about it, or no, yeah, that was the trade, and I got out down here at the bottom. So yeah, suboptimal, and then COCH. this was hitting the scanners, and I normally don't trade these types of stocks, but I think some emotional compromise, and my account is back at baby levels, so yeah, I was looking to get a dip on at 2, and again, it just flushed down. So let me see where my actual entry was. Or no, I was looking for the break again through trying to break through this the high, breaking at 245 or entry at 245, and then just an insta flush down. So I think that's kind of sums up the last like 2 weeks of my trading. Is when I first made this channel, I was trading pretty well, and I was doing. I mean, part of it was the market. A lot of it is the market, and trading isn't determined by how good your good days are, but or how good your bad days are. So trying to figure that out, and I think the biggest issue with my trading is, and I think every one of us, every trader, no matter how good and how bad you are, we kind of all fall in the same boat. My entries aren't that good yet, and I think trading with real money, obviously, if it was a perfect world, I'd probably still be in a simulator. But I don't feel the actual pressure with trading in a simulator that gives you like it feels too much of a game to me that actually helps me trade, because I traded in the simulator from February to April for the most part. I had a small cash account, but I traded mostly in the sim. And you would have these days where you make like a good dollar amount per share. Like I was still trying to trade with like relatively normal share size. But then they're like, well, it means nothing to me. Like you don't really feel like, oh, you feel good, you have a winner, but you don't feel, if it starts dropping, you're like, okay, well, let me give it a second and see what it does. With real money, that is so much harder to do. And I got caught on a couple of those with ZNB. I'm not going to be able to remember which ones exactly were what, but it's like, if you can just stomach just a little bit of holding it for a little bit longer and trying to find a resolution, you might get it. Where I just stop out as soon as it goes below a level, which kind of, if you watch some other traders, they are able to hold through it mainly because they're confident in their strategy and their actual skill level, where I'm not at that point yet, which is totally fine. You got to start somewhere. But yeah, I just feel like sometimes you just get into a position where you're like, all right, let's see what it does. And if it drops 2 cents below your stop and you get out, and then it shoots right back up, it's very frustrating. But I mean, that's trading. So yeah, we all start somewhere, and we all have just different ways to learn. And I think this channel is going to help me learn just by almost forcing myself to talk to myself through my webcam on my laptop. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. $92.78 in the red. But yeah. So let me know how you guys did in the comments, and we'll be back tomorrow. Peace.